Welcome to week 4 of your runderwear training plan. This week is a slightly lighter week in your training. For those of you who perhaps aren't following the training plan exactly to the letter, you may have already taken a few days that are slightly easier or maybe even a slightly lighter week so far, and that's absolutely fine. For those of you that are following the training plan exactly, as we've stressed your body over the last few weeks with the hard training sessions and perhaps extending some of the runs a little bit, we need to balance that with adequate rest and recovery to see your body move forwards. And that's what this slightly lighter week is about. Towards the end of the week though, you'll see that we've dropped in a time trial. I don't want you to get stressed about this. It's an opportunity for you to learn, no more than that. I know that sometimes runners can put a little bit too much weight on the outcome of sessions and use it too much to analyse whether you think you're ready or not. You're going to be ready to race on race day. That's when we're looking to peak and get you prepared mentally and physically to perform. This is just a learning opportunity this weekend, but you may feel a little bit of pressure around it. And you know what? I'd say that's not a bad thing. All sport involves a little bit of pressure, and what we need to do is expose ourselves to that pressure and learn methods and techniques to be able to manage it a little bit. Recently, I was talking to an athlete I coach around the importance of embracing some of that psychological discomfort and stepping up on race day and embracing the discomfort that brings in order to perform. I recently watched a documentary with Doc Rivers, who coached the Boston Celtics basketball team, and he used a great phrase, pressure is a privilege. And I think that is something for all of us that's really important to remember. This is something we're choosing to do. It's a hobby, it's enjoyment, but of course, running in all of its forms and racing is there to push us a little bit, and that's pushing us mentally and physically. And I would say that remember that actually this is something that we are choosing to do, and that by exposing yourself to that little bit of pressure and the discomfort that it brings, and using these time trials and your harder training sessions as an opportunity to learn, not putting too much weight on the outcome, but simply observing how you feel around it and then working on methods to help yourself feel a little bit calmer, or perhaps go through some pre-performance routines, perhaps a specific warm-up, perhaps a specific breakfast you have before you go and do it that help you feel a little bit more in control and calm. So don't worry if you feel a little bit anxious about this weekend. That's quite normal, and you know what, you'll probably feel that in race week as well. So we need to expose you to that a little bit, but just remember, this is something that's enjoyable. It's an opportunity for you to go and push yourself a little bit, but what it's not is a judgment on the fitness that you've done so far, and none of the hard training sessions in your training plan are a judgment. I often see runners who think that your hard training sessions are an opportunity to benchmark where you're at. That's not really what they're about. They're about trying to make you fitter. The context of every different training session is different. You may have had a slightly harder day at work. You may be just a little bit more tired than you were a few days ago. So using your training sessions as a judgment all the time perhaps isn't the most helpful way to view them. View them and the time trial this weekend as an opportunity to learn. It's an opportunity to push your body a little bit and gain a bit more fitness. No more than that. Enjoy this slightly lighter week. Do feel free to ask questions on social media if you've got any, and we look forward to pushing on to that final 4 weeks of the training plan to get you really ready to race in a few weeks' time.